What's going on, Fandom Forces, Fanbase guys? We throw week number 2 battle in the IBL. I know it's a little late, and I know this is a showdown. This is because me and Lamar DC'd halfway through the battle, and I really didn't feel like uploading that part of it, because that would take a lot more editing than I have time for, because I'm already late. It's been a crazy week. Working from home is stressful. But anyway, let's quickly go over the team that we brought, and then we'll hop right into the battle. So first off, we have a bulky offensive Melmetal with sub 3 attacks, double liner bash, thunder punch, and rock slide. Rock slide specifically for that Senso Scorch over there. Double liner bash hits everything else like ridiculously hard. It'll still do a KO freaking X control. Next we have a fully physically defensive Umbreon, because barring a banned X control, he can't do a KO with X control. With foul play, Psychic, Wish Protect. Psychic is in particular to catch both Girder and Weezing on the switch. I'll go back to Coolfish in a second, because these two mods are interesting. So next we have a mixed defensive Hippowdon with Rocks, EQ, Slack Off, and Ice Fang specifically for the Flapple. Actually, the G-Max Flapple that actually did not come, which I was very surprised by. Next we have a Scarf Gardevoir with Trace, in case he decides to bring a Sand Rush Excadrill, to make sure that we can outpace that in the sand. And we're running 3 attacks Healing Wish with Mystical Fire as our coverage move. Then we have a Swords Dance, Adamant Life Orb, Coolfish, Aqua Jab, Liquidation, Poison Jab. This thing can really clean up late game if I position it correctly and get rid of that Mantine. And we plan to do so with our Swords Dance, Adamant Life Orb, Keldeo, because a +2 Adamant Life Orb Stone Edge guaranteed 1-hit KOs a max physically defensive Mantine and destroys everything else. It's so good. Like, this team is so weak to offensive waters, and I decided to bring them both. So we're looking at the team matchup. He's got Obstagoon, Galarian Weezing, Drill, Scorch, Mantine, and Girder. And I instantly knew, for one thing, he's going to be neutralizing Gas Weezing, because that takes away my Iron Fist, it takes away my Intimidate, it takes away a lot of things on my team. In particular, things like Trace, Gardevoir. It's just, it's good. And also knew that he was going to be physically defensive Scorch to beat my Melmetal 1v1, unless I had Rock Slide. I figured he'd be Vizdef Mantine too, but I couldn't be sure. Obstagoon, I had a feeling it could either be Trick Scarf or it was going to be a Gut Set Drill, just because he didn't have Sand. I knew he's going to be Scarf. It is the only thing that made sense. The Girder is kind of up in the air. It could be a bulk up set. It could be an offensive set. And we're gonna hop into this game. We're gonna lead off with my Hippowdon turn 1 just to get my rocks up. And I did not bring Sand Hippo because I wanted to abuse the sand he could potentially bring, because he did have T-Tar on his team. Yeah. I'm gonna stop right there. You saw I got rocks up because he goes to Mantine. I switched hard to Melmetal. Why? Because I figured he would either defog or he was going to click. I think he was going to try to click Toxic, one or the other. So my play was always going to be Melmetal, because I can sub when this thing is Skull Game Break sub. He subs himself, which is really interesting. I'm thinking he was trying to sub Toxic. At this point I'm thinking, okay, he's sub Toxic Roost, Mono Scald, meaning that he actually gets beat Gardevoir if I switch it in for free, pretty much. So my play here is I'm going to sub. I hope that he doesn't Scald Burn me, honestly. So he Scalds, and of course, this is actually what happened in the game, is we had to recreate. So that the one turn he gets to click Scald versus means the one turn he actually gets to Scald Burn, which really blows for the rest of the game. So I get behind my sub, though he can't break my sub, and we're just gonna click Thunder Punch to break his sub. And that confirms he's not invested, because if he had any investment, he could potentially break my sub. So he switches out hard as I go for double iron bash, and this tells me this thing is definitely physically defensive. And so here we're gonna click Rock Slide, because I know he's gonna break my sub. and he brings Flamethrower, which is interesting. But Rockslide does clean him out now. Y'all, remember what HP this thing is at, because you're going to see later how this comes into play. So here we're going to switch hard out into my Keldeo, as he goes for the knockoff, and actually is a good thing for my Keldeo, because not only will I not be taking Life Orb damage, I will also be at +3 now, and that means that I'll be doing more damage. And okay, so the funny thing is in the actual battle I actually landed that, but what was funny is it doesn't matter because we still come from full. So here he's going to get into his Wheezing, and we're just going to take this thing out with 2 liquidations, as he actually Will-O-Wisps me. I already missed the Willow, but it didn't matter because there's a it actually does not matter, and y'all see why later. He goes into Girder, and I'll show y'all what I did. I would go into my Quillfish as I intimidate him. He goes for Drain Punch and does nothing. And so here we're going to Swords Dance my Quillfish, because, you know, at this point, Quillfish looks to clean up, honestly. We Aqua Jet and actually blow away the X control, telling me is definitely offensive. Next he goes to Obstagoon. So here I'm actually going to Swords Dance again, because there's no one thing it can go for. And I want it to be higher so that I can do better damage. And of course I barely miss out on the KO with Aqua Jet there, as he kills me, which is fine, because I go into Gardevoir. And here is where I make the biggest choke. I had the game sealed and locked right here. But this isn't where we actually DC. We DC'd a couple turns later. At this point in the game, I could not remember what HP Cinescorch was at. So I actually kind of played it as it was a little higher, and I knew he was heavy duty boost because he came in on rocks and didn't take any damage. So my play here is always just to kill this thing. Click Moonblast. Goes out to Girder, go into my actually wouldn't go out to Girder, he'd go to Cinescorch, because otherwise Girder would just drop 2. If we go to Cinescorch, I would sack my Keldeo, because it was supposed to be burned. It would be burned right now in the actual game. And then come back and Gardevoir, click to Psychic twice and win. But instead, I decide I'm going to choke the game away. He clicks Facade, I clearly live, and we Healing Wish. Healing Wish into my Keldeo. As he Facades, I click Liquidation so I don't get the drops. I go into my Melmetal, and this kind of just devolves into, yeah, kind of the GG of this game. He's a bulk upset, but then he appears to be, and here's the dangerous part. We do 26% with Psychic, which is nice, because that means he can't sub up on me. So I pivot into my Hippo, and then it breaks out the one thing that actually beats this team 1v1. He's a sub bulk up Girder, so really good ring on his part. I can't be mad. And no, the one thing I regret is taking Whirlwind off of this Hippo. And so now we're just going to sit here in an exchange that's eventually going to end in spamming EQ. He's going to get to like +3 or something like that. I go out to my Keldeo as he subs, and I'm like, crap. Okay, well, I have to Liquidation to try and break his sub. He's not going to, so I'm going to die. And then we just kind of sit in here. Click EQ. He actually can't kill me at +2, which is really funny. I can't break his sub either, though, so there's that. Drain Punches again. Yeah, we're just gonna lose to this Girder because I choked the game away and I had the game. I couldn't remember where my Gardevoir or where his Cinescorch was in HP. But yeah, that's really all there is to say about that one. He came to Omar. I'm sure I'll see you in playoffs. You guys make sure you go check him out, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye bye.